I mean, we're in the nature right now. Yeah, we're in the city, but there's so much nature everywhere. Like, we're sitting in this beautiful park right now. There's Rock Creek Park right down the street that we could walk to. And so nature, to me, is like finding these little spaces that are still like a little wild and free. But also, I've been thinking a lot more lately about how like we as humans are a part of nature and not separate from it. We depend on nature and nature depends on us.
I love the word that you pick, the interaction.
Yeah.
If humans are part of nature, then nature could be that interaction.
We all exist on this planet together, and that is also like just our existence is an interaction. As humans, we don't like the chaos, and so we want to control the natural world and control for every outcome, and nature is just like not going to let us do that.
I do agree with you on humans wanting to control things.
Yeah.
And I wonder, maybe nature is what happens when you don't really control anything.
That's like a good existential question. Or we're actively making it harder to predict the things we can't control, hurricanes and fires and wildfires and things that are getting like bigger and more dangerous. I guess an interesting kind of dichotomy between wanting to have control and understanding possible outcomes versus like actively making it harder to do that with like deregulating all of these major industries that are causing climate change. So.
The way to put it.
Yeah. I have a small refill and plastic-free shop. A lot of my focus is on reducing plastic, which pollutes our planet in ways we can see and ways that we can't see. Like, obviously, we see if there's garbage. Also, plastic is made to last forever, essentially, and it doesn't ever, like, biodegrade. It just breaks down into smaller and smaller, like, plastic particles. They're found everywhere from, like, the depths of the Marianas Trench to the tops of Mount Everest. Like, they have literally, microplastics have permeated every surface and every organism on the planet, including humans. And we don't like fully understand what the outcomes are going to be for people. And so every time we buy a plastic thing, we are handing these corporations money to tell the government, like, hey, don't regulate us. Hey, don't stop us from polluting. So it's a lot of education about how and why this plastic product affects the natural world, including us. Like, we are not immune. We are part of the nature. So it affects us as well, even though we don't fully understand the outcomes. Scientists can't accurately understand how plastic affects the body. And I joke that that's because, there's no control group because everyone has plastics in them, but that's actually true. Literally from the time you're in the womb, there is already plastic inside of you. And so there's not really a way to isolate the effects that microplastics are causing on the human body.
Why do you think humans have created a totally different environment? You know, we are hearing ambulances now, the cars passing by.
Honestly, like just capitalism. It's more cost effective. And then there's kind of like a double-edged, there's a lot to be said about living in a city like DC or any city, where like you can walk to lots of stuff. You don't need a car. Like, we have garbage collection, we have recycling collection, like all of these things are taken care of, versus like everybody needing enough space to have a house and like a garden to have enough food to sustain you. Like, so I do think there can be like a balance between having a city with like a lot of amenities and walkability versus having space to like grow food or to live like in a way that's maybe a little less cement and a little more grass and trees. I do think it is nice to be able to live in an area where at least most of your basic needs can be met with a walk. You're walking to the same stores every day, you see the same people every day. Maybe you know your local shop owners a little bit better, like you know the people in your community a little more, and I think that is nice and probably would contribute to a bit of a healthier society. America is designed for cars and suburbs, and I don't really know how you rectify that in a way that doesn't feel like, well, we're just going to bulldoze it all and start over.
Is it possible to redesign an entire city and beyond an entire culture?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what we're doing clearly is not working. We could be creative enough to come up and at least try something different.
How do you think the future is going to be?
Unfortunately, more politically motivated violence. I am sure there is like a way forward through this political moment. In general, though, I would like to imagine a world where, you know, we're not dependent on fossil fuels and we can exist in a society where there is like actual equity and justice and people can live and like feel free to be themselves, not be so angry and scared all the time. When I think about like what the world could look like, it's just like people, we're all just like vibing, right? Like the world is a beautiful place full of beautiful people and different cultures and history. Go to a different country and be curious and open-minded. Just go talk to people. Like that's the world I want to live in.
Something that you love about it.
Oh my gosh, it's got to be the ocean. Like, I love deep sea weirdos. There's so much of the ocean we haven't explored. We go down there, we find something new, and it's weird. Like, we've explored more of space than of our own deep ocean. Y'all could go colonize Mars, I guess, and like go live on some like barren planet. But I'm gonna stay on like the planet with dogs. And this is the only planet in the solar system that we know of that has like this variety and diversity of life. Like we should appreciate that so much more. Like it's so cool. I read Braiding Sweetgrass. This woman, this scientist, she's indigenous and she talks about like her cultures. We're a part of nature. We're not separate from it, above it, or anything like that. Like we're all in the nature. We can look in our own lives for people that inspire us. Really powerful just looking around and seeing who is already in your life, like doing stuff.
That's a good question. How to... Oh my God, look at the little bird.
Where?
Look at the little bird.
Oh,
It's so weird.
oh, it's yellow. Hello, little bird.
So yellow and small. I've never seen a bird like this.
Oh, that's like a nice little omen.
Yeah.
for
Thank you, bird.
our interview. Yes, thank you, bird. You're very cute and
You
tiny.
want to answer some questions?
Yeah, come here.
I always think that one day, one dog is going to speak to me.
One time, I was at the zoo in Tampa, and they had a baby orangutan, and we played peekaboo. True story. Like, it was so cute. It does feel impossible. The government is not going to do it for us. If we can, and in the ways we can find like those moments of joy and connection, I think is really, that's going to be how we get through.